Hi, I'm Life Coach Landry, and the topic is 8 ways to overcome hits to your self-esteem. Okay, so let's say if we're to take perhaps risky steps in finding out about our self-esteem, most findings would suggest that exposure to social defeat can have delayed effects on the human psyche, the human self-esteem, the human ego. So causing some of us adults to experience lingering stress and others to show no particular long-term harm at all, which is kind of alarming, right? That some of us seem to take it completely different than others, but at the same time, we all are different, right? So of course, the difference between, humans and animals and any type of stress experiment is that for humans, it's all about perception, whereas animals, it's much more, rooted in, biology and instinct. Not that humans don't share biology and instinct, but it's not the only factor. We can choose to interpret events as stressful or not, and therefore whether to bounce back from defeat or long in sorrow and whining and complaining and trying to get ourselves back to the top. So assuming then that we humans have control over interpretation and defeat, let's look at 8 winning strategies to get you there, okay? Number 1, take a page from, tests done on animals and build your resistance. A mouse can't change its interpretation of an experience, but you can. So don't shy away from those who've defeated you, but allow yourself to get back into the field and continue to interact in your own environment, even with defeat. Number 2, take a page from a politician's playbook and admit that it hurts. You don't have to pretend that you don't mind losing, unless you truly don't. But perhaps one of the most truly truthful statements a politician can make is admit that winning is better than losing. Number 3, learn from the experience of losing so that you can lower your chances of defeat in the future. Okay, so what was it that led to your loss? Was it a simple lack of strength? Was there something you could have done differently? Was there a variable in there that's normally not in there? If you take this pragmatic, problem-oriented approach, you may come out better prepared the next time. Number 4, I want you to understand and then manage emotions and expectations. It's interesting that, when tests are done on animals, it didn't show the effects of social defeat until they reached adulthood. Again, with the, provision that, they're animals and not humans, it's possible that by letting things fester, we humans may be more easily brought down by defeat. Number 5, recognize that not everyone can always be a champion, a winner, on top, number 1. When we hear about unsportsmanlike conduct, this can mean that a player didn't adopt the mindset that in sports sometimes someone has to lose. Okay. Number 6, don't beat yourself up with the what ifs. Presidential candidates, as shown in the current specials that run, may spend anywhere from days to decades mulling over how the outcome could have been different had they not made a debate screw up, or said the wrong thing during an interview, or wore the wrong color. Regret is great if it helps you become a better person, but regret can't be undone when it's been done. So there's no point in dwelling on it. Number 7, congratulate the winner. Congratulate somebody who bested you. It's not only gracious, but self-preserving to put the defeat behind you by letting the other person know that he or she has won fair and square and they beat you. Like the defeated politician, animal, lion fighting for rights to mate, you may end up getting an invitation to be on that person's team, or there may be another round where you get to face them again. The idea is to pick yourself up and start moving forward. Number 8, find other ways to feel good about yourself and your situation. Those defeated animals that have been tested could only see themselves as losers because in that context, there wasn't much else they could do about it. You, however, as a human being, have such potential and power, can move on and find ways to console yourself by focusing on activities and anything that makes you feel successful. Because ultimately, fulfillment isn't always about winning. Instead, it comes from building your own resistance and ability to derive both lessons and strength from defeats that life occasionally is going to hand you, regardless of how good, bad, on top, below, to the side of things you're going to be. The whole point is that any human being can be a champion if they learn that falling down is a part of learning to pick yourself up. It's not real hard to win in life. It's way harder when you're constantly putting bricks in your bag that you're carrying and you're never taking them out. So in other words, let regret go, move forward. And if you're one of those people that needs help, that's stuck in a rut, that just can't seem to get yourself out of the mentality of being behind, feel free to contact me on the link below. And if you found this information of value to yourself, you can click on the donation link below in the description, and I will talk to you soon.